Bringing you the best of entertainment. It's Black Carrefour.
You know, people don't want to talk to me, you know. Wait, hey, I want to raise awareness on Ebola.
Ebola?
Yeah.
From which country?
I'm from Chad. You know? Yeah, but we are neighbor. You see, the problem with the Ebola is not one country. So it's quite difficult to really find people to talk about Ebola, you know. What do you know about Ebola?
I don't know that much about it. I have no idea though.
I don't know that much, but from what I heard,
you can get Ebola by bats and monkeys.
It's an epidemic sort of disease that was originated from Africa and it's been on the news for sort of 4 to 5 weeks. And it's becoming a talk about issue worldwide.
Came back to the UK from my holiday, then I start hearing about Ebola everywhere.
No one ever treated the Ebola crisis as a serious crisis. I think they call it as an African crisis. It's not a global threat. And now the threat has been so much that, and now the Ebola crisis has been a worldwide threat.
There's something on the internet about that it was discovered in Zaire in the 1970s. And but it was eradicated, it was finished. And then so if we knew there was something like that in the 1970s, why didn't we have a vaccine for that? Because it was first discovered in Zaire in the 70s, so I'm sure there's something fishy about this disease. Why is it always Africans?
And for me, it's a bit like HIV. It's like, I don't think the disease really comes from Africa. That's my opinion. And for me, it's something that has been brought there again to make the people suffer and keep them in poverty.
Just made a little bit of research on that, and then I found that it seems, I'm not sure about that yet, but it seems that it was a virus that was brought to Africa. And
By who?
I heard that it was a virus made in laboratory or something like that. So that's all I know about it.
I think it's another way of Western medicine to be exploited within Africa. I think it's almost as if they're looking for experiment to experiment a new drug. And it could be a marketing tool. It could be a marketing tool for a company that's just about to go live with a product that could save millions and millions of lives. But whether that Ebola was created by that pharmaceutical company, who knows? It could be another theory.
What people are saying that, you know, it's a bush meat eating that, you know, bringing, you know, the virus or the.
But the bush meat, our great grandparents have been eating bush meat for 1,000 years. We never had Ebola before, and now I think they try to transfer the bush meat story to the Ebola. I didn't really buy that story because we haven't eaten bush meat from ages. We never have any Ebola crisis. Now all of a sudden something come up, and there is a documentation I saw on CNN wherein someone was holding some documentation that this is a medical proof that the Ebola was getting from a staff, a medical staff to be tried in Africa. So I saw that and I definitely believe.
And I saw in the news that one English guy I think, went there and he caught, you know, Ebola, and then when he came back they managed to cure the disease. So I'm like, okay, if that one can be cured, what about all those people in Africa that are dying every single day? And you make us believe that, okay, the disease comes from there, but actually you've got the cure, but you don't want to do anything about it. You just send, you know, soldiers. I mean, what's the point between soldiers and Ebola?
Did you know that Ebola first discovered in 1979?
No, I wasn't aware of that. It's only like I've heard that it was about, but it was been dormant for a while, and now there's a recent outbreak of it. That's all I know.
I didn't know it was discovered in 1979. My question is, if it was discovered that earlier on, why don't we have a cure for it in this day and age?